All right, we are live. Welcome to the show, guys. My name is Matt Edwards, and what's the show name? Austin Real Estate Insider, where we tackle all the issues that buyers and sellers in the Austin area encounter. All right, today I'm joined by Sonny Tracy, John McCarthy, and Ryan Roenbeck of Spyglass Realty, and we're going to be wrapping up 2018 and talking about everything that you've missed from this last year and what's coming up in 2019 and other holiday ideas in regards to real estate, such as how to prepare your home to sell during the holidays, best neighborhoods in 78704 to see Christmas lights, the homeowners exemption, and the seasonality of the market. Our first topic is selling during the holidays, and Sonny, take us away.
Hey everybody. So, selling your house any time of year can be difficult, but selling during the holidays, just adds an extra level of stress and confusion to most people's lives. So, the best policy is, obviously more is less. When we stage, we're obviously going to come in and try and declutter and depersonalize things. You really have to keep that in mind when it's the holidays. While, we don't expect, or most stagers in real estate, people and buyers shopping for homes don't expect to come in and not see, any decorations or anything going on for the holidays in a home. You don't want to be what Ryan calls Mr. Christmas. We prefer you to be Mr. Junior Christmas this year. So if you have your home on the market, please be aware that Christmas decorations kind of need to be pared down to the basics and the minimum if possible. I think Kelly has some good and bad examples of Christmas decorations she's going to throw in.
Well, if I may, we were looking for real estate photos exclusive to Christmas, and we didn't find a page dedicated to that. In fact, we just found a page, horrible real estate photos, and Kelly's going to put that in the example here. And I think what you're going to see is some very interesting stuff. This is what you don't want your realtor to do. There's one actually picture on this page with a bed with a cage around it. So yeah, you do not, that's not a focal point of the house as the stagers would say. So
you want to be as far away from Clark Griswold as possible.
That's right. Yeah, keep it classy, keep it minimal. We don't say that you don't want to eliminate Christmas, especially if you have a family, right? But think in the terms of how would an interior decorator decorate Christmas here, right? And just be minimal.
And when in doubt, talk to a professional stager. We can help you with those things.
Okay, Sonny, and on that note, make sure you like this video, subscribe on YouTube if you're watching there, and then if you want to be subscribed to future broadcasts, write the word home in the comments section and you'll automatically be subscribed.
Yay, we did it. We always forget that. So.
Good job, Matt.
That's what happens when you change the lineup at the last minute. But hey, we're going to do it. All right, for the next topic, best neighborhoods to view lights in Austin. Johnny, what do you got for us?
Yeah. So there's lots of great places to view lights. I mean, if you're around Austin, downtown Austin, pretty much from anywhere near downtown, you can see Zilker Park and the lights that are already up there at the Trail of Lights. I know we went last year. I think you guys probably even went last year too. That's just a really fun time.
So
Mozart's,
because the line is extremely long. So park and Uber there. All right, you're on the parking line. You want to avoid that. Traffic becomes a nightmare, and the line to drive through the park is something you don't want to be involved in. So take an Uber and walk it.
If you zip passes are totally worth it.
The zip passes, and be prepared to walk and get some exercise. The kids are going to be wiped out. Everybody's going to be wiped out if you really explore the entire park.
I talked like 5 miles on my Apple Watch last year in Trail Light.
Oh, wow. And then if you get cold, you start walking, you go to Mozart's, which is about 3 miles away, and they have a fantastic Christmas show, and you can grab a cup of coffee and a snack there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look that up. They have an entire show there. That's going to be really cool.
Well, Kelly's going to put a link in here so that if you want to, access these later, there'll be a link in the comment section.
Great. There's also the in the historic Clarksville Historic District, Willis Littlefield's house. So they do a display there as well. And then on West 37th Street between Guadalupe Street and Home Lane, it's do-it-yourself light displays. So apparently there's gonna be a lot of really fantastic light displays up there too. So check out that link, plan some evenings, go check it out with the family. Holiday lights, they're bring so much joy to everyone this time of year.
I like it. All right.
Yeah.
Check out those Christmas lights. See the link in the description, and it'll take you right there. And then we're on to our next topic, which is homeowner exemption. Sonny?
So if you bought a house in 2018, you will be eligible for a homeowner's exemption starting in 2019. Most likely you carried over the exemption that from the seller last year, but this year you'll have to apply for it on your own. If you bought a house with Spyglass Realty, don't worry, we've got you covered. We have all of our buyers tagged where we're going to send everyone that bought a house in 2018 an email at the very beginning of 2019 with the links to all of the county websites where you can file for your homeowner's exemption. If you didn't, then Kelly's going to put a link here with a blog page that's got links to Hayes, Travis, and Williamson County and where you can file those. So as long as you moved in and purchased your home before January 2nd of 2019, you'll be filing a homeowner's exemption for 2019. Very important. It has to be filed by April 30. Don't forget to do it because it saves you a whole lot of money on your taxes.
Yeah, I want to add something to that. So one thing when you're buying a home that has a homeowner's exemption in it, you have your assessed value. Okay, so if you buy a home from someone who is also a homeowner, they have a limit on the cap the assessed value can go up. So it's really advantageous for you to buy a home that has been a homestead before. I went through this a couple of years ago where we had a homeowner who had a second home, was not their exemption. The values in this neighborhood were like the real values were like $650. And a lot of the homeowners, well, the whole neighborhood except for my client, was assessed at like in the 450 range because they were capped, right? So that's one thing you want to look at when you're buying a home. I actually had an IRS agent come to the home and was interested in buying this home, and he passed on it because it had not had a homeowner exemption for a couple of years, and the tax value in that home was much higher than the neighboring homes, even though he was looking in that neighborhood.
And same thing if you're turning 65. Make sure that you file for your over 65 exemption and then turn 65.
Mm-hmm.
And that can be done at the same, in all the same links that Kelly's linked in the page flat.
Yeah, now, by the way, we're having an issue with our blog. It's not quite done yet, but Kelly, just throw it up there. We'll fix it.
She just gave the 2 thumbs up, so.
All right.
Okay.
We're off and running. All right, so that covers the homeowner's exemption and the dates and deadlines for that. On to the seasonality of the market. So what's coming up in the spring?
Yeah, so you're going to cover this, Sonny? Okay.
You said you were going.
Okay, well, I thought you said you wanted to. I got it. All right, so it's one of my favorite topics,
Yeah.
and I'm happy to talk about it because, your home has a range that goes up and down. And I'm not talking about just the amount of pending sales, but also the value, right? And you start seeing an uptick, just a little bit of an uptick in December. And in January, the graph goes, far up. Kelly's going to put a link in the blog to that. And then what you see happening, people ask when the best time to sell your home is. Like if I were going to pick a time to sell my own personal home, it'd probably be the middle of March, right? That doesn't mean you can't sell your home throughout the year, but if you have your plan ahead and you're not pressed for time, then March will be my favorite one. That's when you see the most amount of pending sales, and the values peak at about June, and that's because those homes are sold and are contracted 30 to 45 days beforehand. The flip side of that, and especially in this market in Austin, is that there's, I would say if you had a normal market and you could pick the best time to buy your home, I would say anywhere from June to October. But what we see in this market is inventory so low that sometimes people want to find the perfect home, and they're going to hit it when there's the most amount of inventory. Well, the most amount of inventory and the most amount of demand is in spring. So I think it's really important, if you're preparing to sell your home in March, that you really start now. I mean, we've got a fantastic home that we're getting ready, and we started in December. We're doing some renovations, but there's a lot of prep work, especially if you're upgrading your home, which we help people with, right? So that is to say that you want to get prepared. And one other thing, and this is super important, if you have a home with a deficiency, and what I mean by deficiency, if it backs to a busy road, if the backyard goes straight up, if the driveway to the carport or the garage go either straight down or straight up, there's a number of different deficiencies that a home can have if it's not renovated, and you want to get the most amount of money for that home, you're going to sell it in March. Because here's what we found has happened in 2018, 2019 versus 2015 and 16, for instance. A home with a deficiency, we're still a hot market, but we're slower than we were 3 or 4 years ago, right? And a home with a deficiency that was sold in, say, October, November, December, back in 2015 and 2016 was only discounted a very small percentage compared to a home without a deficiency. All right. And I'll give you an example of that. What I mean is, if your home backs to a busy road and that same exact home is 4 houses down, in 2015 and 2016, the spread for what you would adjust that home down in 2015 and 2016, especially on your off times of the year, was very little. Okay. Now it's a whole lot. Buyers are being a lot pickier. So if you really want to get the most for your home and you have a deficiency, you really need to plan on marketing and selling your home in the spring.
Great tip.
Yeah. So Matt, I think that's going to wrap us for today. Let's say, anybody have anything to add?
No, I think that covers the show today. Great job. We survived our last minute changes.
Yeah.
Short and sweet today. Maybe be on the lookout for some of our holiday photos.
To be subscribed to get all of our future videos. And if you don't want to type home, just click the subscribe button if you're on YouTube. And if you're watching on Facebook, just click the like button. And don't forget about Instagram at Spyglass Realty. Check it out. Lots of fun posts over there. And that takes care of the social media. Anything else to add?
See you in 2019.
Yeah, have a great Christmas and a New Year, and we'll be back with some more quality content in 2019.
All right.
Happy holidays, guys.